I will be so content just with a good 3D Mario and Mario Kart, and I can go home happy. It's finally time to see 3D Mario. I went through this hype period up and down, but at the very end of all the first party showcases and all the third party showcases, Nintendo will have one last final reveal, and it will be the big game to blow out everything else in the Direct and in the show by showing, of course, the 3D Mario game. 3D Mario. It's finally time, guys. In 5 days, I do 100% believe we will see the next 3D Mario game. Because of no 3D Mario, Nintendo has forgotten about 3D Mario. But, it is finally time.
I think we ain't done yet.
Y'all expected me to give up on my man? Y'all thought I was done? We just getting started, baby. I am not done talking about 3D Mario, and I'm still gonna be talking about this freaking game until I see it, because it's got to be coming soon. Yeah, how many times have I said that? Probably 10 trillion, but you know what? I'm gonna keep saying it because it has to be coming soon. Look, a grown man can admit when he was being a crybaby, and during that Switch 2 Nintendo Direct, I definitely was being a crybaby for my 3D Mario. Yes, we got an awesome new 3D Donkey Kong. They showed off Mario Kart World. I still don't think it was a great show. I'm gonna die on that hill because there were still so many more games they could have shown us. I mean, look at now, we're in August with no release dates, but at the same time, yeah, it was okay that we didn't get 3D Mario yet. I just think I just really did, for once, actually hype myself up way too far. And I just thought that there was, without a shadow of a doubt, no possible way that Nintendo was not going to start off the Switch 2 with a 3D Mario reveal. And of course, I was wrong. But I was reading all those comments. I literally went back and started just reading through all the comments, whether they were good or bad, about 3D Mario, anything that you guys were saying about this game. And a lot of you were saying that you were either expecting it at the Switch 2 Direct, or you were expecting it to be revealed at the end of this year and released as a holiday game or sometime next year. So either way, it seems like most people are expecting 3D Mario to be revealed relatively soon. Like, there's no way they go past year 2. I'm not saying anything anymore. Look, obviously the only ones that know exactly what's going on with this game is Nintendo. We have tons of people that claim that they're insiders saying that 3D Mario is still coming and we'll hear about it soon and stuff, but I'm not listening to anyone ever again. I just want to see it from Nintendo. I don't care if PRO revives his account and comes out and says, hey, there's for sure a 3D Mario coming in a future Direct. I still won't believe it until Nintendo shows it at this point. That's how just, like, convoluted my mind is over this game. But we're just in a time frame where I feel like it's different, you know? Yes, we missed the reveal of the Switch 2, but arguably this might be even bigger. Mario's 40th anniversary is coming up, and the celebration is probably going to begin in September. And right now, the rumors, once again, I'm not talking about 3D Mario rumors, I'm just talking about Direct rumors right now. And I don't even believe these. I'm just making that clear, because apparently I had to, because people think I'm like believing everything I'm saying here. But anyways, yes, the rumors are that there's going to be 2 Nintendo Directs, a Mario 40th anniversary one, and a General Direct, both coming in September. Now, there's also been some rumors saying that we could be also getting some more Directs focused on games, like a Metroid Prime 4 Direct, maybe a Sakurai Presents for his new Kirby Air Riders. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe even like a Squid Research Direct like we normally used to get for Splatoon, but this time for Splatoon Raiders. So there's a lot of presentations that we could get very soon, and I don't think we need rumors or leaks to say that. I mean, this just makes tons of sense. We don't have any release dates for any future games, and also, obviously, Mario's 40th anniversary is a huge deal with the Mario movie coming out at the beginning of next year, and really no Mario game slated for their brand new Switch 2 so far. And we still don't even have a huge, massive game that we have on Switch 2 so far. I mean, the biggest, in my opinion, is probably Donkey Kong. Mario Kart is Mario Kart, but I'm talking about the scale of Mario Odyssey. I'm talking about the scale of Breath of the Wild, one of those games that makes people literally crap their pants as they're waiting for the next title. Yes, Donkey Kong probably fits the bill, but I'm ready for the next one. Now, Nintendo's had many super hype games throughout their years, like the first 3D Zelda, I imagine, with Ocarina of Time, and the first 3D Mario with Mario 64, going all the way up to like Mario Galaxy and Skyward Sword. There's probably so many that I can name. But in recent years, I still think the hypest of the hype were Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, specifically Breath of the Wild. I don't remember a game in history being as hype as this one. The first true open world experience for Nintendo, and the first time ever implementing it in something like The Legend of Zelda. Nintendo started off their brand new Nintendo Switch with one of the most ambitious games that they have ever made, and I feel like we haven't really got the equivalent of that yet. Like I said, Donkey Kong Bonanza is great, but I don't really necessarily put it in the same category as Breath of the Wild still. Like, it was very hype, but it's still not too many people were as hyped for it as they were Breath of the Wild, let's be honest. That game just, oozed aura. And forget the anniversary stuff, I'm just trying to think in my head, what in the world could Nintendo have as their next huge title to keep people waiting? Because so far this year, there's really nothing in this time slot that makes sense to me. All the games coming out are either spin-offs or made by other companies, and they're just more on the smaller scale. We don't have another huge title coming. I mean, you could say Metroid Prime 4, but it's still a niche series for a lot of people. So what's the next general huge game for Nintendo? Could it be the next Luigi's Mansion? Could it be the next Animal Crossing? I think it's way too early for the next Zelda game. What could it be? I really do feel like it kind of has to be Mario. I know, we've been through this before, but why is this time so important? It's still about that 40th anniversary. If it wasn't for that anniversary, I wouldn't be so serious about it being revealed this year anymore. In fact, I'd probably be like, you know what, who knows, maybe it's at the beginning of next year. But with the 40th anniversary happening in a month, I can't see a world where Nintendo celebrates Mario's 40 years in the gaming industry and doesn't have a new 3D Mario to accompany it, especially after it's been 8 years since Super Mario Odyssey. It would make too much sense as one of Nintendo's gigantic games for their second year, or technically still part of their first year, because, time. Like, I'm sure they're planning other stuff for us as well, maybe some type of collection packs like the new Super Mario Bros. Games, or maybe like, a remake of Mario Galaxy 2, since we never technically got that game on Switch. So I'm sure there's things that they're planning. However, it still wouldn't make sense if they didn't reveal a new game. And what other new game would it possibly be? We are definitely not due for an RPG game at this time. We're not due for a 2D Mario After Wonder. What else could it be? I mean, it has to be 3D Mario. There's never been a better, perfectly fitting time slot. The more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I was incredibly stupid for being so let down that Mario wasn't there, because it's Mario's 40th anniversary. I mean, clearly, if they didn't do something in that direct, they would have to do something in Mario's 40th anniversary celebration later on in that year. And that just makes so much more sense the way I'm looking at it now. I'm like, yeah, they would actually want to save something like that for a big 40th celebration. And that's actually starting to make me excited just thinking about it, because it's August 12th as of today. We're getting close to September. Remember, we were all hoping there would be a big Mario game to actually accompany the Mario movie. That never happened, but we did get Mario Wonder shortly after. So maybe this is where we see the 3D Mario game accompanying the second Mario movie, which just, once again, lines up perfectly. It lines up with the anniversary, it lines up with how long it's been since Odyssey, and it also lines up with the movie. I would just genuinely be questioning what's going on at Nintendo if we don't see this game sometime this year for the anniversary. It really wouldn't make sense to me. But Nintendo Land, what if it doesn't happen again and you once again set us up for inevitable failure because all you do is clickbait and get us excited for nothing? Rawr. Well, the problem is eventually we have to get to the point where we're like, what the heck is going on? We got to question Nintendo by that point, because can we just all please come in agreement that if there's nothing revealed for the next 3D Mario all the way through Mario's anniversary and through the holiday Nintendo Direct this year, that there's something wrong? Like, genuinely, is that too crazy to think? Maybe I'm still crazy. Maybe for some reason you guys think that's perfectly fine, and maybe we should wait until next year for a reveal. But it's like Mario's big 40th anniversary, and there's no big 3D Mario. There's no big Mario game, period. I mean, unless they have been working on something crazy outside of 3D Mario, I have no clue what that could possibly be, unless it's like a 3D Mario Maker. Then what in the world are we waiting for? So yes, it's okay to criticize the company making millions of dollars a month. It's fine. So am I saying that I'm sure that it's going to happen this year, that the reveal is coming within a month for Mario's 40th anniversary? I'm not sure of anything regarding this plumber anymore. Like, who knows? I just naturally would expect something for Mario's 40th anniversary, and I really don't know what to do after that. Is Mario, maybe officially I'll put him in the grave and never mention him ever again if we go throughout this holiday. You know what? Yes, I will make a bet with you guys. Mario has a 40th anniversary direct. That's only if there's some type of anniversary celebration or something starting next month in September. And there's also a general Nintendo Direct as well. And there's no mention of 3D Mario whatsoever. I will never talk about 3D Mario again until the game actually gets a physical trailer. There will never be another video. There will never be another word about 3D Mario. On top of that, I will make a video of me dressing up as Mario and apologizing 64 times while eating a plate of spaghetti and meatballs. I'm not joking. Why do I make bets? But Nintendo Land, we just got a new 3D Donkey Kong from the Odyssey team. It's gonna be a very long time still. Don't you get that? I don't care about that monkey. Okay, let me make this clear because I know somebody will take that serious. I love Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's seriously one of my favorite games I've had from Nintendo in a very long time, and I adore everything about that game. But look, it's time for 3D Mario, and I think there's a reason why this time the game's producer is Kenta Motokura, where for Super Mario Odyssey, it was Yoshiaki Koizumi, who seems to be the new Mario man. So what the heck is he working on? Well, it's that 3D Mario, and it doesn't have to be the Odyssey team working on this 3D Mario game. I kind of hope it's not. I want this to be its own new, completely unique experience that doesn't really have any ties to Super Mario Odyssey. I want it to feel different, especially since Donkey Kong Bonanza feels like a spiritual successor to Super Mario Odyssey. So yeah, maybe this is a completely different team. Maybe the Odyssey team actually split up and some moved on to the new game and some stayed back for Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Bonanza was also being worked on for a Switch 1 title all the way back then, so I'm pretty sure Nintendo had a plan to have 3D Mario and Donkey Kong in the works at the same time. It would only make sense to me. So yeah, I don't think Donkey Kong matters here as much as people keep making it seem like it does. And if it did matter, you really think Nintendo would wait another 4 to 5 years for a Mario game? Do you think they'd be pushing 15 years for the next 3D Mario game? Like, what are we talking about? But once again, time will tell. We're getting closer and closer to September, and we'll see if September has any Mario goodness, 3D Mario goodness, that is. But you guys let me know, have I gone too far? Am I off the deep end? Am I absolutely losing my mind? Yes to all of those. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and putting up with my 3D Mario shenanigans. But let me know in the comments down below when you think we'll see 3D Mario. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm going to lose this bet? But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I'll see you all in the next one. And I hope you all have a blessed day. See ya, guys.